fear was one of the biggest things that held me back. There was so much that I feared that kept me rooted to the spot for many years, thinking I'd like to do this, I know I need to do something different, but there's just too much that I don't know, too much that worries me. So I was scared of what people would think of me, particularly walking away from a corporate job to do something that I didn't really know what I wanted to do. Walking away from the security of a regular paycheck and a regular income, that was a massive fear. What if I ended up jobless and homeless? And a huge fear of the unknown, because whenever we leave a place that we're at to go to somewhere different, we don't know what that's going to be like until we get there. And it's like a trapeze artist suspended in the air. When you've let go of one rung, but you're yet to grab hold of the new one, you're just suspended in midair. It's a scary place to be. And it is the unknown, it is the uncertain, and that's what makes it scary. Because when things feel familiar to us, even if we're unhappy, it's familiar, and sometimes it's the better the devil we know than the devil we don't, and that's what keeps us rooted to the spot. You see, I knew my relationship, I'd been in it 7 years. I knew my job, I'd spent 15 years in that career. And I knew that I had a regular paycheck. I knew exactly what life would be like every day, even though it made me unhappy. I knew. And I was familiar and comfortable in this space. And to do anything different, well, that left me open to a whole host of uncertainty that scared the living daylights out of me. What if I failed? What if I didn't figure out what I wanted to do? What if I couldn't actually do anything else? This was all I'd ever trained for. My career, my experience, my CV was based around what I trained the last 15 years for. What if it was all for nothing? Big fear of failure, and we'll look at that in more detail. Fear of letting people down. What would my family think of me? My colleagues? Getting it wrong, making the wrong choice. What if I ended up jobless, homeless, on my own? What if this was the best I could do and therefore I should just settle for that? What if I was just looking for greener grass and even when I got there, I would still be wanting more? It's natural to feel fear. It's like being at the edge of a cliff, like a base jumper, and wanting to take that step off. And it's always that first step, that step into the unknown, that is the hardest, particularly with failure. Failure is one of these things that I think scares us all. We don't want to fail, we don't want to make the wrong choice, and sometimes that can lead us to making no choice and not taking a step in any direction, but just being rooted to the spot with this fear of failure.